Podcast is now starting.
On that, go ahead and share my screen with you here. Okay. So, what is tag maintenance and how we go about doing it? That's what we're going to discuss this afternoon. So, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get started. There's a couple things that we need to go ahead and introduce you to this. Couple things: tag maintenance, SkyBridge to SkyMobile. You're going to send that information down to the handheld, and what you're actually doing is going out and looking at individual tag numbers. Make sure the tag is hung on the piece of equipment correctly, and make sure that it's identified properly as well. Okay. So the first step is to create a tag maintenance route. We're going to do that. Add components to tag maintenance route. Sync to SkyMobile. Go out in the field and identify in each tag. And again, if it needs changing, for example, if the size needs changing, it's the wrong size, you can change it in the handheld. And then you sync back to SkyBridge and then process it through. Okay. So that's what we're going to discuss. Okay. So the first thing to do is go to the route manager, and we just call it routes here. You're going to go to routes. It's under the routes and schedules menu. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead and create the route. There's an add new route here. And you go ahead and give it a name. I gave it a name, tag maintenance. You can name it, TM or whatever you want to do. But you want to make sure you add the route. And then over at the far right, you're going to click the button that says tag maintenance. That's going to do something in SkyMobile that make it, like you usually see Method 21 or visual. It's going to make it just show an edit button and a done button. You're going to see that. Okay. And then next here, you want to make sure that you go to components. And what I like to do is, instead of going to the schedule and grab those components, that I'm just doing tag maintenance, because I'm going maybe pick a unit and I'm going to put that whole unit in the route and then go out, or half a unit, however you feel comfortable with. This one here is 583 components. So I went to components and I filtered for unit 40. And I added it to the route right from the components table. I hit add route, pick the route, tag maintenance route from the pick list, and I hit apply. And that's going to automatically or put them into the route that's called tag maintenance. But before you do that, you want to make sure that your technicians have full control when they go out in the field. They're not limited. If you got someone that you just want them to change the tag size, things like that, make sure that they click the allow mobile edits on the technician. Okay. If you want them to change like the class, I take that back. If you want them to change like the location description, the size of the component, things like that, not compliance related, check that box. If you want them to change the class or the regulations if need be, allow mobile regulations changes. Okay. And then you do that on the technician level, and you do that on the route level here too. Mobile edits allowed, mobile compliance allowed. So if you got all four of these boxes checked, then the technician's hands are not tied. They can do their work. And then what you're going to do next is send that information down. Once you put that information into the route, you're going to send it down to SkyMobile, sync to SkyMobile, and then you're going to pick the route that whatever you name the route. This one here, obviously tag maintenance project. So I got tag maintenance, send it down. I picked the route off the list. In this case, I just got two routes under DW name. Okay. And then once you do that, you bring it back. This is what it's going to look like. You get two options. You just hit done or edit. If you need to edit, click the little edit box. It's going to open up a form where you have all your fields located. But if you want to hit done, that means that you've seen it, like the tag number. I've seen the tag number. It's 0000408. It is a valve. It's 3 inches. The loading arm is enough for me as far as the location description. And I would just hit done. If I do need to edit it, then there's some other options here too. So this is after the fact. Once you hit the done button, it just put a P here. And then over here, it shows that 11:50 a.m. visual. You looked at it, you eyeballed it, and then down here it says tag verified by DW at such and such a time, date and time right here. Okay. So it's documented it. that you've sent that information across. Now, if you do have a situation where you need to edit, then you would hit the edit button here. Like this one here was 3 inches. I changed it to 6 inches. And then I went back and there's the 6 inches here. Okay. Right. And you have options to all these fields if you need to change anything, if you need to do anything. The next thing is once you send it into quarantine, you sync your device, it sends it back to quarantine. The one that I've just edited, like I changed it from 3 inch to 6 inch, there's the edit. And the one that I just verified just to look at it, it shows reviewed in quarantine. Didn't do anything to it, but just look at it and hit done. And that's what it looks like as a result here. If I come back, if I want to see the results after processing through the information, I would go under that individual tag number. And then where it says history, go into condition history. And there's the tag verified by DW, such and such date and in such and such time. Okay, that's the tag number here. So again, that was, you're dealing with thousands of tags. You'll be dealing on a daily basis, but that's the way to go out. And for the most part, just cleaning them up, for the most part, you're just going to be hitting done. But there are some occasions where you're going to see some things that you need to clean up, like change the location description, mostly. If you see where, I had a hard time finding this component, it sure be nice if I can just add next to safety shower, right next to it, that the next person coming behind me will be able to find that. All right, so let's go ahead and do it real time now. Let's go ahead and do it in real time. So what we'll do is go under Route Manager, Routes, okay. And we're going to add a new route. And I'll just name this one TM because we got one that's called Tag Maintenance already. TM 2022. And I'm going to assign it to, assign it to Jack. Okay. Well, I can assign it to DW again. DW. Okay. Okay. All right. So there's DW route. There's the tag maintenance route I had earlier in the handheld. This is the new one here. So I'm going to click on it and make sure everything I need to click on needs to be clicked here. So here, mobile edits allowed, and I want compliance edits allowed too. Again, if you don't want them to change the class, the chemical state, the regulations, leave that unchecked. But if you allow them to do that, have it checked. And just in case, you can just let it be known that you don't want anybody changing any regulations. Then you want to make sure you click the tag maintenance button here. And then go ahead and save route. Okay. Save the route. Okay. So next thing you want to do is get information into the route. It's blank right now, it's empty. So what I'm going to do is go to components. And I'm going to see, let me just see what other route here. I got unit 40 in there. So unit 30 is, see, unit 30. Let's do unit 30. So let's go back to filter. And we do unit description equal to and unit 30. I already got 40 in there already. So retrieve that information. Oh, sorry about that. Happens to the best of us. Okay, unit 30, add that down here at the bottom and then retrieve. So what I want to do now is send all these into the route. So I'm going to right click. I can do, I'll just do select all. And then add to route. Okay. And I'm going to pick that route that I just created. There it is right there. 0 components. Click that and then hit apply. So right now I know they're in there. I can just hit sync on my handheld. And there go. But I just want to go there and just show you those components and routes. But at this point, I can just hit sync. So I go to DW. There's the 51 records. There they are there. So I want to go out in the field to unit 30, get my permit, going out in the field. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and sync that handheld. It's DW. It's DW here, and my password's already in. Okay. So now I'm synced up. So I want to go straight to monitor and hit continue, verify. Of course, I'm not using the machine, but they just make sure the date and time is correct. And then I'm gonna go here to the, up here at the top where it has the routes. I'm gonna click on this route and pick the other route here. So that's the one I had earlier, but I'm gonna click the TM 2022, Tag Maintenance 2022. Hit OK. And I get those same options here. Edits are done. So at this point, I'm gonna walk up to tag number 000311X, and it's good to go. All right. I can walk to this one, next one. There's no time constraints. That you just walk and see. Okay, that one looks good. This one looks good. That's fine. Now the next one here, let's go ahead and edit it because I had a little hard time finding it. So I hit edit here. And it's not a 2-inch, but it's a 3-inch. So I corrected that. What I like about SkyMobile too is once you change it, it's gonna let you know what the value was before. Hit save, and there it is, turns red. And if I click on it again, it's going to show me what the value was prior to that. So it shows the original value was 2 inches. So you can go back and see if you made a mistake and change something. Okay. And also the location description right here. That can be a little better identified. Okay. Save that. Okay. And then down at the top here, I can go back to the detail list here, and I can start continue on my verifying my tag numbers. And see, I put that information in here that I cleaned it up. Go to the next one. That one's done. And then if you find one that's out of service or, need to change the regulation, you can do that too. No problem. So at this point, what I want to do is just look back at what I've done thus far and look at the results here. Okay. There's the results. Here, I just double click where it has the time. I double click that. And it's going to show me that tag verified by DW, search time. Okay. I'm going to go back. Okay. And what I want to do is go ahead and sync this information. And let's see here. Go back to the sync button. Okay. And transfer. And of course, it gives me my 4 passing inspections. And I got 5 edits here. Put my John Henry there. Go ahead and send it back. And now I can come over here to quarantine. And there's That's still going right now. There we go. Data 28 DW. So I'm going to click on this, view details, and hit retrieve. There's my visual pass. Of course, that's the, let's see here, let me do both. Okay. So these are reviewed. These are the ones that we did earlier. Okay. They do come across as a visual pass, though. See this tag number DAC 105. There it is right there. Reviewed and then visual pass. Okay. So what I want to do is let's see. I got a question here. Oh, yeah. In Route Manager, the question was, there is a route in here that's not in Route Manager. And that's true. There's an open leaks. It sends down all the open leaks. I'll come back to that. Let me just get this process right quick. And then I'll explain that to you. It's a good question. And okay. Yeah, no problem. I could email you that. Okay, so let me just get these tag numbers right quick. So we can look at the, all right. So we'll go ahead and process these through and process them all. On hold selected. Hit OK. And then process. Okay. Okay. And these are reviewed. So they process through. And what we'll do is get a tag number just to look at the end result. And I'll answer those questions for you. See, reviewed. DAC 105. Let's go there. 105. Search. Okay. And it was in unit 30. Okay. And we go to history and then condition history. And there's the verified here at 2022, 7/28, 1,300 hours. Okay. That's your verification there. Let me just double check something right quick just to make sure. So you go into history, reporting, and then the monitoring information, and then comment history. Used to have a is like there, but let's see. Yeah, there we go. So here's the report tag verified. So all these are verified. I did some earlier, so those are in here too. And this is unit 40. That's the one I did the demo for the PowerPoint for. But these are the 4 that I verified. So you'll be able to run a report on all the ones that you verified too. Okay. Now in the handheld, in Route Manager, let me just go back to routes. If you notice here, all these routes are here, but you don't see one that's called open leaks. What happens is SkyMobile sends down a route that you don't see, and it has all your open leaks in it. So you'll be able to grab your leaks at any given time. Every technician have the same all the leaks in the handheld. So if a maintenance personnel call you and say, just repair this, you don't have to go back or to a Wi-Fi connection and sync or have someone put that tag number in the route for you. It's already there. And that's the open leaks route here. Let me just go to monitor And I'll show you that over here. And if I go here, and there it is right here, open leaks. Okay. And there's the open leaks here. That represents this information over here. 37 open work requests will be sent down to the handheld. And your delay of repairs too. So you'll be able to find those in here. What's new too, I'll have a session on this, but if you just have maintenance personnel, if you want them to go ahead and update the repairs in the handheld, now we put this, and it shows up here, new as new. If I click on the open work request, if you had a only permission the maintenance personnel that's going in here, just give them access to just the work request. And what they can do is add a repair now. This is new. We just put this in here and have, they can put the date, repair by, whatever the maintenance personnel, they can type in or write in what they did and then hit save. And then they'll be able to, let me just put in something here. I just want to make sure. Okay. Add that, and then they can get out. And then that's done. And all maintenance wants to do is put in a repair, right? They don't, because they might come out on the weekend and work. It's vice versa. They might be there at night, maybe. I'm not sure. But they may not be there when the technician there. So they can, that don't stop them from putting in a repair. So if you get maintenance with a login to SkyBridge and just instruct them, just come into SkyBridge, click on this, find the tag number, and add a repair. That's fairly new there. But all these are sent down to the handheld. You can do that in the handheld as well. Okay. But always remember this little question mark here. If you got any problems, any issues, just click on that and that will create a ticket and it goes straight to us. Pretty simple. Take pictures if you need to. Drag them right here. We'll get you taken care of. But as far as the tag maintenance, remember that's an option. You know, especially if you got a think about a unit maybe that you just inherited maybe or you know you had complaints about for years or months or whatever the case may be, and you know you may just take it on a project. You know, like for instance, you know when it cools off in September, I'm gonna do every unit by unit and take that, and you can take that date and timestamp too to resequence the database as well. It's a different subject, but you can use that date and timestamp to do that. Of course, you can do that with a visual inspection too. So give you some different options there that you can do. Let's see here. So does that make sense now? The PowerPoint, I'll just review that with you right quick. You know, we created a tag maintenance route. Check the boxes that needs to be checked, which is tag maintenance. If you want them to do compliance, then you check that box. And again, that's a change class, anything compliance related, like difficult, the category, which is difficult, unsafe, the class, the chemical state, the regulation itself. But if you just want them to change location, description, the tag numbers, hang a new tag, and then put it on there, that's fine. That just need to check this box here. Okay. Then we was able to go into components. After we created the routes, we took some components. You know, we can take a half a unit, area, section. So you filter whatever you think that needs to be looked at or cleaned up a little bit. Just go ahead and put that into a route. We did that. And then we was able to, again, remind you that if the technician's out there and they need to change the size and they say, well, that's grayed out, I can't change it. When I click on it, nothing happens. Then for the most part, it's not clicked here. Mobile edits is not clicked here or it's not clicked here. So you want to make sure both are checked in the route and under the technician name. Same thing with the regulation changes. You want to make sure it's both checked. Because some routes allow you to do it, some routes don't. So like all your routes may be unchecked on both, but a tag maintenance route, you maybe want both of them checked on the technician and here. So if I got them checked here and not here, it won't let me do it. So it has to be checked in both places. Okay, then we put it into the handheld. We picked the route. Remember, we talked about the open leaks. Tag maintenance, you get the option of edit and then done. For the most part, you're just going to be hitting done because everything looks good. The tag is flapping in the wind. The size is correct. Oh, now that's right here. We're going to just give you heads up. We're going to put some more information on here too on the grid. But you can always click if you wanted to see just a little bit more information. You can look at that too. And of course, you can always update your GPS coordinates too. Once you click that or verify it, then it captures that GPS coordinates that you're on now. And then in quarantine and in history, you can update the new, if you want to. You don't have to. The new GPS coordinates. Okay. Again, once you do that, then you go over here and look at the results. Once you click on it, it collapses and it puts a P for pass. And this is what it looks like when you click on the little double click on here on the left hand side to get to this screen here. And then you'll be able to do that here. Look at the verification here. And then you have the edit button where you can go and edit the information. And if you need be, location description. Of course, you saw the fields, all the different fields. In quarantine, it's going to be listed as reviewed, edits, or pass visual. And under condition, you can go under condition and look at the results on the individual tag number. Go back on the individual. And you saw where you can run that comments report under reports, and it's comments, the comments report. But just to show you here, I think they put it in here. Let me just see. Let me go here. And edit that. Let's see. Okay. I want to get to the edit screen. I just hit, I clicked on the individual record. But down here, there's the regulation down at the bottom. Okay. So again, you can add regulations here, delete regulations, because I have that little box checked. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully this helped you out, especially on a big project that you're going to be undertaking here soon. If you need that tag maintenance, that's what it's all about. Going out and verifying that the tag is correct, tag number is correct on it. The location description is meaningful, where not only the technician can find it, but also maybe the maintenance personnel. Include both terminologies in there a little bit. And then also the of course, regulation and things like that can be done at a higher level or whatever. But for the most part, location description, the tag numbers there hanging in the wind. And you can still, too, put a comment. Like if you come across something that needs to be addressed later, you can put it in the comments field. Like, address it a little later. Run that report called comments or condition report, and it'll show up whatever you put in that field. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for your time this afternoon. Appreciate you being with us. We had a nice group today, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month. Same time, same place. Okay. Well, stay safe, and whoever needs this, I'll send it to them. Okay. This recording. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Stay safe. This will end our webinar. Bye-bye.